Jack was a famous surgeon from the Netherlands, but he had a terrifying habit. Whenever he felt stressed, he would wander through deserted streets at night and perform experiments on stray animals or sometimes even on unclaimed dead bodies. He believed he was doing something great for science. One night, he entered the hospital morgue. With the help of a guard, he brought an unclaimed corpse into his lab. "Sir, what do you do with all these bodies?" the guard asked nervously. "What will you do knowing that?" Jack replied coldly. "I try to bring them back to life. Imagine, what if a person could live again after death?" "Sir, that's not possible. How can someone come back to life after dying?" "Why not? Look at me. I died, and I came back." As he said this, Jack stared intensely at the guard. His bloodshot eyes, caused by lack of sleep, terrified the man, who immediately ran away. Jack laughed as he watched him leave. After the guard was gone, Jack examined the body carefully. No cuts, no wounds. Looks like a heart attack. High chances of revival, he muttered. He placed the corpse inside a glass chamber and released a mixture of chemicals. Soon the chamber filled with thick smoke, making everything impossible to see. Suddenly, the white smoke turned black, and the body began to twitch. As the smoke cleared, the corpse slowly opened its eyes. Jack's eyes lit up with excitement. He pulled the body out of the chamber, but it showed no response. "My experiment worked, but why isn't it reacting?" he said in frustration. Enraged at the failure, Jack lost control. "You've already died twice. You're useless to me now." He threw the body out of the lab. The moment it landed outside, its eyes opened. It stood up and stared at Jack through the window with a mysterious smile. Time passed, and Jack's madness grew worse. Since he couldn't revive the dead, he turned to a new obsession, creating clones from reflections. "If this works, my name will change the world. Reflections will step out of mirrors and live their own lives." He kept experimenting with his own reflection, convinced that another world existed on the other side of the mirror. Days later, Jack stood in front of the mirror and laughed. But suddenly, his blood froze. The reflection wasn't moving. It just stood there, staring at him, with blood-covered hands. "I was right," Jack whispered. "There is another world beyond the mirror." He felt victorious. His experiment had worked. But this was only the beginning. Soon, his life turned into a nightmare. Every time he looked into a mirror, the reflection began to threaten him. "You're here, Jack, but you won't leave. Even in a crowd, you'll be alone. With me." "No, you can't do this!" Jack screamed. "I can do anything," the reflection replied, laughing. Sometimes it would slit its own throat. Sometimes it would burn pictures of Jack's loved ones. Terrified, Jack decided to end it all. He grabbed a heavy hammer and smashed the mirror into pieces. "Now you can never come back. I created you, and I destroyed you. Goodbye. Forever." He sighed in relief. But then, he felt something warm. Blood. He looked down. There was a deep wound in his stomach, the same one he had seen in the mirror. A distorted voice echoed from the basement. He turned. The mirror was gone. In its place stood a transparent glass wall. On the other side, another Jack smiled, while the real Jack lay on the floor, bleeding. Strangely, he felt more anger than pain. The reflection turned to leave, but Jack spoke. "You think you can stop me? I created you. I can destroy you." The reflection paused and turned back. Jack stood up. His pupils had turned completely white. The blood on the floor had turned black. He punched the glass violently. Shards exploded, piercing the other Jack's face. Sirens echoed. Red lights flickered. Jack saw horrifying scenes. Rooms filled with twisted versions of people he had experimented on. In one room, a woman burned her own fingers like candles. A calm voice spoke behind him. "You tried to conquer the world, Jack, but you lost. You lost to yourself." He turned. Another version of himself stood there, clean, calm, wearing a white coat. "No, this isn't real," Jack muttered. "I am your reflection," the man said. "You tried to destroy me, but instead, you set me free. Now you'll stay here in the darkness, and I'll take your place in the world." Before Jack could react, shadowy figures grabbed him and dragged him back into the mirror. Darkness consumed him. The door slammed shut. Inside the mirror, the darkness was suffocating. Then he felt something crawling on his skin. He touched his wound. No pain, only emptiness. Then he saw it. Hundreds of glowing eyes staring at him from the darkness. Bones cracked. His body twisted unnaturally. His fingers stretched into sharp claws. His skin turned glass-like. He tried to scream, but only the sound of cracking glass came out. Fragments of glass fell from his mouth. His face flattened. His features disappeared. He was no longer human. He had become a living mirror. Outside, the fake Jack smiled. "You made one mistake," he said. "You thought reflections wanted to become human. No, they just wanted to enter this world." He cut his own wrist, but the blood flowed from the mirror. "If you try to escape, you'll only hurt yourself." Jack was trapped, unable to live, unable to die. Every wound the reflection made, he would feel forever. The fake Jack walked away, smiling, ready for his next surgery. Behind him, the living mirror wept tears of blood. But no sound could escape. Because a mirror can show the truth, but it can never speak it.